welcome back to the lab. Today we're going to discuss the Anbernic RGCUBEXX. Hold on to your beer. We have the device here wrapped up securely, but let's check and see what comes in the package. We have the directions, of course. We have a USB to C charger. We have our micro mini SD card, 64 gigabytes. Now let's get her undressed nice and slowly. Let's pull the top off and see what we are working with. Smack that thing. The first thing I noticed was the all-white color palette. It did look sort of bland, but I do enjoy the clean look. The second thing was the ergonomics. I'm a sucker for good ergonomics. Moving right along to the top of the handheld. On both far sides of the handheld, we have our digital shoulder buttons. All four are textured, and sometimes it's the small things that make the most difference. Good job, Anbernic. Good job. In the center from left to right, we have our power button, our volume up and down button, our C port charger, a reset button, and also our HDMI out if you would like to connect this to your TV. Moving along to the bottom of the handheld, we have both of our speakers highlighted in purple. The red circle indicates our micro SD cards. The left card houses our operating system and the right houses the games for the system. Dead center is our microphone jack if you're on the go and you don't have Bluetooth available. Now, we'll turn to the back of the handheld and you can see that the adapter recommendation is 5 volts. So you don't want to exceed that. Just be aware that you can damage your battery. Also on the back of the console is this rib-like material that feels great on the hands. Next, we have the buttons. Of course, the shoulder buttons are digital, not analog. They do feel great. I never had any problems. The D-pad is more like the old Sega Genesis pad. It is convex, not concave like most of the handhelds are. So I really do enjoy them. The analogs are great. The buttons are great. So I think you won't have any problems with that moving forward. Let's do a size comparison. This is the RG28XX, and you can see it's bigger than this particular handheld. Let's also try the Rogue Ally, and you can kind of see the comparison between the two as well. Briefly, I want to visit the site and just show you the different colors and some configuration options for the system. Of course, you can get black, white, or gray. I do like the gray console a lot. I just wanted to try the white one. Probably next time I'll get a black Anbernic since they come out so rapidly. With that being said, I just wanted to break down the configuration. Of course, the 32 gigabyte will be the operating system on your left micro SD card, if you remember from earlier. On the right side will be the micro SD card that houses all of the games. So you can get different configurations. Of course, they'll cost more depending on what configuration you get. If you stick with me here, I'll scroll down and you'll be able to see those configurations. But up on the screen, I just have different system specs that you should be aware of. It will tell you what emulator already come pre-installed, what system is running on this particular handheld, the speakers, and the TF card, and of course 32 gigs by 64 gigs, you're compatible with 5,000 games. Of course, that will cost more than the 32 gig operating system with no games. So you can just pick out what's the best for you. So I really did want to come here and show you all of this information so you're aware and you can make the best decision for yourself. Once you start up the cube, you'll land here at this menu, and I'm going to go to the App Center and we'll start there. The first app I went to is the music app, where I had Hotel California preloaded. I can't let you hear it, but it is an amazing song. Take my word for it. But let's go to the video and I can let you hear the speaker volume and check out the visuals. Here we have an area to load our ebooks, and I don't have any loaded on here. If you're looking for a great ebook to listen to, check out The Wheel of Time if you like fantasy and extreme character development. Here, we can customize the system a little more to get everything we need from it. The automatic arcade core adaptation will allow the system to try different cores automatically until it finds one that works. Of course, the rest are pretty self-explanatory. You have auto load, save on, backup and restore, the bezels for your different games, i.e. Game Boy, Game Boy Advanced. You can change those at will. Night mode, which I've tried and I didn't see too much of a difference, but hey, it's there. Your power LED switch, so the little dot above the Y button, you can toggle that on and off. Your quick shutdown set, whatever combination you like to set for your quick shutdown if you're on the go. Combination keys, turbo keys, real-time game guide, reset apps, shaders, switch font size, and an app called Willy Willy, if I'm pronouncing that correctly. I'll let you be the judge of it.
说干就干，苏城撸起袖子，开始为这个暂属于自己的实验室做第一次贡献。他把最有趣的集中在一个实验室里面进行照顾。
实验素材宜清醒，以保留3个人格。实验素材宜清醒，以保。
The expert tab seems to be a backdoor into the same apps. Now, hitting on to the settings, we have our system information, and of course, it will document all of the different firmware, user disk usage, etc. that's on this particular handheld. Of course, we have our lock screen time limit. You can adjust that from 1 to 10 minutes or never. Our backlight brightness, which you can adjust from 1 to level 5, depending on what you like to see and how bright you like to see the screen. And also, you may want to keep in mind, the brighter it is, the faster you'll lose your battery. Here is the test for all of your keys just to make sure they're functioning properly. I like to come here when I first start gaming just to make sure everything is working. It seems like everything is here, so we are good to go. Next are our LED settings. I love the customization here. You have so many different modes you can use, and I'll toggle through them, so just pay attention to the rings around the analog sticks on this handheld. Next, we have the date and time settings, the language settings, the retro art settings, where you can load the cores like we talked about earlier, load content, information, and configure files. Next, we have the network settings where you will go and put in your information for your Wi-Fi. That way you can connect to the internet. You can also use this to connect your Bluetooth to the handheld and also Moonlight if you would like to wirelessly connect to your computer. Next, I'll toggle through the different styles of icons and different backgrounds that are available for you on this particular handheld. Okay, ladies and gents, this is the gaming portion of the video. I just want to show you how you get into a video game and how it looks on the system. So just stay tuned. I have a little more information for you at the end of this segment. So you probably want to hear it. I feel like not enough people know about it. Okay, so let's get started. First, I'm going to go ahead and go to the Powerhouse. This is the Powerhouse. This is the game that I'm going to show you how to get into a video game and how it looks on the system. So you probably want to hear it. I feel like not enough people know about it. Okay, so here we go. I think a lot of owners don't really know how to get the ROMs onto the system. So what I'm doing here is I'm just going to simply pull out that right micro SD card, and I am going to get my micro SD card adapter so I can connect that to my computer. This process is very simple, so anyone can do it. Of course, I can't show you everything. I don't want to get copyrighted, so I'll just kind of allude to what's going on. So I'm just going to plug that micro SD card into the micro SD card adapter and simply plug that into my computer. So generally you can go on to Google and type in ROMs and whatever system, and you can generally find what you need to find to download. So after you do that, you'll simply go back to your downloads and also open up your SD card. As you can see on the left hand side, all of the different emulators are already preloaded, so you'll just select whatever emulator you want to use and you'll copy that downloaded ROM right back into that folder. And from there, you'll disconnect your SD card and you'll install that back on your handheld. Make sure you reset the handheld or the game may not come up. Hopefully I wasn't being too vague, but of course I can't give more details because I've already had enough copyright strikes. So let's try it and let's see if it works. So it seems like everything worked fine. As you can tell, I've never played this particular Pokemon game before, so don't hold me for pressing all of those random buttons. But I just wanted to give you that information. So I want to thank you guys for watching. I hit 75 subscribers. I'm elated about that. So if there are any particular videos or systems you'd like to see, please let me know. In the interim, don't forget to like, subscribe, or share this content if you're new. It really does help me in the algorithm, and I need all of the help I can get. Most importantly, keep moving forward and game on.